CLNS Media Patriots Roundtable. I'm your host, Nick Kleissing, here with my co-hosts, Mike Molyneux and Marv Zahn. And it's another week, of talking Cam Newton. So, guys, look, you talked to us last week, especially me, because I'm an idiot. I bought in. The Patriots absolutely shellac the Chargers. Smoked them. The part that got me friggin' excited was the fact that Chargers offense was looking damn good. And the defense said, hell no, and shut them down. So I was like, great. I even picked up the Patriots defense in my fantasy football league for my first round of my playoffs. I was like, this is great. They got Jared Goff coming up. The guy loves turnovers. This is going to be great. They're available. Let me pick them up. I got the Ravens against Cleveland. I don't want that to happen. Let me pick up the Patriots. Listen, they didn't help. Did not do me any favors. They lose 24-3, and Cam Newton, again, does not look that good, guys. There's a lot of Cam Newton excuses going around Twitter, and I also saw a lot of anger towards Cam during that specific football game. A lot of calls for Jarrett Stidham to come in. Another bad night, though. 9 for 16, 119 yards, 1 interception. Guys, losing 24-3. The question is, why are the Patriots still starting Cam Newton? Is there a reason for them to continue starting Cam Newton? Do you guys agree with the Patriots still starting Cam Newton? Marv, let's start with you. What do you think?
It's a great question, Nick. We've been on this show. We've been Cam supporters. We've been supporting Cam through when it's looked bad and when it's looked good. We've been cheering on. There's even times when he didn't play in that Seattle. What game did he play? He didn't play in that Kansas City game, and we're like, oh my God, make sure you sign this man right now.
We were like, if Cam plays that game, they win.
Yeah. Now, Cam's, you see this game, you look at the game against the Rams, and one thing about the Rams game, yes, the score was 24-3. However, you were in the red zone at least 4 times in that game, and you were not able to convert at all. Like, that was a winnable game. The Rams game was a winnable game. And unfortunately, due to the quarterback play, you can really say due to the quarterback play, you weren't able to get it done. And Bill Belichick has been very defensive and defending Cam, saying, "No, this is our quarterback. This is our quarterback. Don't ask me no more questions. This is our quarterback." And it is puzzling because you look at anywhere else in the NFL, you put them in this type of situation, you're looking at a quarterback change. We've been seeing it throughout this year. Look at Carson Wentz now with Jalen Hurts playing. Like, there should be a quarterback change. If there was going to be one, you would think it would be after this week, knowing that your playoff chances are pretty much slim to none. So why is Cam still playing? I have a couple theories. One, possibly Cam really is hurt. Cam is hurt and he's gutting it out, and Belichick wants to just, protect him. Like, we know that he has this abdomen issue, and Belichick really likes Cam and how he's the captain of this team and whatnot, and he just wants to protect him in that way. And another thing is, we all know that Cam Newton's contract is bogus. He's got a bogus contract, and one part of his contract for him to get some money is he needs to play. It's through incentives. So maybe Belichick is just trying to say, hey, I know this contract was bogus and that's all we had at the time. So in order for you to get a little extra money, you have to play with all of these incentives. So we're going to make sure you play. Those are only 2 reasons I can think about why Cam is playing right now, because he has been playing well and he's been hurting the team more as of late than he's been hurting his team more than helping as of late.
It's just been, guys, it's been a real bad look for the team just overall. And you're right. Like, we have been overall pretty optimistic with Cam. We've been giving Cam a lot of slack, but just as of late, you're right. He's been more of a detriment to the team than anything. Just between the throws, between the decision making, and the red zone, like you said, putrid. I'm not going to put that all on Cam. I'm going to put some of that on Josh McDaniels. The play calling has also been absolute hot garbage in the red zone, but just the inability 2 games in a row prior to this game to not be able to get over 100 yards, it's bad. And I'll say the receivers, sure, not great, but there's only so many times you can use that excuse. Only so many times. Mike, what do you think? Why are the Patriots still starting Cam?
A lot of different thoughts and ideas have ran through my head in terms of, the question of why the Patriots are still starting Cam Newton. And, when you just look at it, it's, pretty much like Marv said, it doesn't make sense because just like across the league, we've seen quarterback changes happen. And Cam Newton has played to a level where a quarterback change probably should have taken place within the last couple of weeks, but it hasn't. And even after games, even after Cam Newton has pretty bad performances, Belichick continues to come out and tell the media, nope, Cam's the guy, Cam's the quarterback of this team.
He refuses to say anything even that can be conceived as we're questioning taking Cam out.
It's not even a conversation that Belichick's willing to entertain. Well, Belichick's not really willing to entertain many conversations, but with that quarterback conversation, he's not willing to entertain any kind of further comments, questions, or anything of the sorts. He just continues to stay. Cam is his guy, and he's sticking to it. And now, the thought has been creeping into my head, and I think I firmly, fully believe that Cam continues to start games because Bill Belichick, the GM, needs to justify why the team decided to add Cam Newton to this team. Coming into the season, right after the Patriots signed Cam Newton, there was still a small group of people that probably were like, look, Stidham's probably the guy, and not only is he the guy that they should be starting, but he's the future of this team. And all indications and reports out of the Patriots organization were like, look, we got Cam, we've gone through a couple weeks of training camp and whatnot. Cam's the guy we're starting. We signed him to be the starter. They pushed that message forward. As soon as they signed him, the video package that they dropped for him and, everything that the team did in terms of promoting Cam Newton as being the guy of the team, got voted the captain, one of the captains of the team. So at this point in the season, I'm looking at the situation as Belichick doesn't want to look like he was wrong, because say he decides to start Stidham, which I believe may eventually come at some point in the season, only a couple weeks left. And like you said, Nick, the Patriots' playoff chances have pretty much dwindled out the picture. I believe Stidham might probably get a start eventually, maybe the last game of the season, who knows. But I fully believe Belichick has looked at the situations and doesn't want to look like he was wrong. They signed Cam Newton. They put the trust in him to be the team starter from day one. And yes, it's been rocky. There's been, more downs than ups. But I think Belichick wants to not be in the wrong here in terms of, well, I should have gave Stidham a chance, and I gave Stidham a chance. And then Stidham steps in as a starter and looks great. The only person that's going to look really bad in this situation is Belichick, in a sense, because then all the questions will turn to, why the hell didn't you do this a long time ago? And Bill probably is trying to save face and, is going to continue to rock with Cam Newton until the season's over. Or like I said, I believe Stidham might get a start eventually. But I think in the end, Cam is still starting because Belichick wants to roll and rock with the decision that he made from the beginning.
So you think it's more of an ego thing?
Yeah, I kind of think it is, because let's be honest, Cam Newton hasn't played to any high level. Like he doesn't.
272 passing yards in 3 games. The past 3 games.
He's turned the ball over many occasions. Like in a lot of situations, like Marv said, Cam would be out of the starting position. Cam would easily be out of the starting position. But the Patriots, no matter how bad things have looked, no matter how bad Cam has played at times, Belichick is not even wavering in his decision to continue to stick with Cam Newton. So part of it is, to me, Belichick, he knows he's the greatest coach of all time. He's going to roll with his decision.
You want to know what I think the problem is?
Let's hear it.
I think the Patriots know. I think they just think Jarrett Stidham stinks. That's the only thing that I can think of at this point.
That's a possibility as well, yep.
I just like the main argument with starting Jarrett Stidham at this point is see what you got, right? It's not that you think Jarrett Stidham's going to win you football games. That's not it at all. Or even give you a better chance to win football games than Cam Newton. That's not the reasoning behind why people want Jarrett Stidham to start. It's let's see what this guy's got, because you have not really seen him in too many game situations and too many elongated game situations where you can actually make a judgment on the guy. So I think that's probably a big reason why. I just think Bill Belichick knows at this point, the rest of the team knows, that Jarrett Stidham's not the guy of the future. This guy apparently not that good of a quarterback, especially with all the hype that we heard preseason before Cam even got signed. Oh, the Patriots love this guy. Well, if they loved him, he would have started against Kansas City. He would have seen some more game time by this point. The Patriots are out. If they thought that this kid had a chance of being the starting quarterback long term, I feel like he would definitely be starting this week. Because your playoff path, the key word of the past couple weeks, path, it's virtually gone, especially after the Browns somehow lost that game last night after going up by tying late. That was a wild game on Monday Night Football. But I just can't imagine that the Patriots think that Jarrett Stidham still has a chance of being the guy if they're not even giving him the opportunity at this point in the season. So I think they're just starting Cam Newton just because that's it. That's just what they've got. I think they're kind of tossing in the towel here at this point.
It's in the organization's best interest that they start Stidham in at least the final game of the year,
just to see what you got.
Yes.
I was always on the please get Stidham. I don't believe in Stidham at all. Like, I didn't care for him at all. But like, just like you said, just to see what you have. The season's over. You have nothing else to lose. You're not playing for anything. Give him one game, and let's see. Let's just see. I'm with it now. I agree.